Welcome to Kids A-Cookin', where kids come first and cooking is fun. I'm Karen, and today I have Jonathan here to help me in the kitchen. Jonathan, how old are you?
12 years old.
And what grade are you in this year?
7th.
So are you getting made fun of a lot and teased for being the youngest in the school this year?
No.
No, you wouldn't let that happen, would you?
No.
Well, you're a pretty tall kid for your age. I imagine you can handle it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of things do you like to do?
I like to cook and I like to play outside.
Yeah, what do you do outside? You play sports? You like to ride your bike?
I like to ride my bike.
Like to ride your bike? So when it's cold outside, what do you like to do?
Play in the snow if it's snowing.
We don't get a lot of snow, do we?
No.
You have to wait for those big snowfalls to really play in.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of cooking do you like to do?
I like to make cookies and stuff.
Like to do baking?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had homemade tortilla chips?
No, I have not.
Well, this is an experience because I wouldn't think that normally you'd go to this much trouble, but they are really good and they're really easy to make. Maybe you don't have chips on hand, or maybe you'll just prefer these great homemade chips. They're easy and fun to make. And baked tortilla chips are much lower in fat than the usual fried ones. Before you get started at home, make sure you wash your hands. We've already done that, so we're ready to go. Start by preheating your oven to 400 degrees because we're going to bake these in just a little bit as soon as we prepare them. Then you'll need 6 6-inch flour tortillas. You can use corn or flour. I think the flour ones are really better, but whatever you happen to have on hand. So we're going to prepare these just by taking one tortilla, laying it over here on our cutting board, and then we're just going to lightly spray it with some cooking spray. Pop that off there. You just want to lightly, not too much, on each side. And then you want to just do a little bit of salt to give it some seasoning. And then I'll let you try one, Jonathan.
Okay.
You want to do one? You could also try other seasonings instead of salt. You could use chili powder, or you could use some packaged taco seasoning, or you could make dessert chips by putting cinnamon and sugar, sprinkling that on there. That'd be good. Have you ever had those at a Mexican restaurant? They give you those sweet chips at the end? No?
I don't think so.
Then when you've done all of them, we're just going to do 2 right now, but you can do a whole stack. You just line them up like this, and then you need to cut this into 4 pieces. We have a pizza cutter, which I think will make it really easy. So you're just going to go this way and then this way, so they're in 4 pieces.
Okay.
You could also use some kitchen scissors if you wanted to. This is an easy way for kids to do the cutting. If you have some kitchen shears and they're clean, that's a good way to do it too. Those cut pretty easy, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
When you've got your stack of tortillas cut into quarters, then you just want to lay them out on your baking sheet. You want to make sure they don't overlap. You can help me with this, Jonathan. We'll just lay these out. You want them on the cooking sheet, though, so they cook evenly. You want to bake these for 8 to 9 minutes until they're crisp, but we have some that are almost done, so let's see how they're doing. Be sure when you open your oven, you open it all the way and pull your rack out so you don't reach in and get burnt. And always use a dry hot pad. We'll set those right there. And we'll close this back up. Let's see if we like this lower fat version as well as we do the store-bought chips we usually have, shall we?
Sure.
Okay. All of the steps to oven safety are designed to keep you from getting burned. Remember, the oven gets very hot, exactly what it's designed to do. So always arrange the racks in the oven to the correct level before you preheat it. You should make sure that younger children are tall enough to safely turn the oven on and off. Do not let them reach across the hot burners. If they're not tall enough, you should do this for them. When you're putting food into the oven, or taking it out, or just checking to see if it's done, pull the rack completely out. That way you won't accidentally touch the inside of the oven. Always use dry, heavy hot pads or oven mitts to place food into or remove food from the oven, because wet pot holders can allow fingers to be burned in a split second. Very young children should never put food in or take it out of the oven. Parents should do this until children are old enough to handle the weight of the dishes and avoid getting burned. Use both hands to place food in the oven and to take the food out. Be very careful when you're opening and closing the oven door so your clothes or fingers don't get caught or burned. Even the outside of the oven can become very hot. Remember to always turn the oven off when you are done baking. Just set the timer as a reminder to turn off the oven. Follow these simple rules whenever you use the oven. Be safe, not sorry. We have turned our tortilla triangles into some great looking nachos, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
These look really good. Let's try them and see how they taste. While a soft tortilla is a great food for a young child, a crisp tortilla chip poses a possible choking hazard. crisp chips are not recommended for children under 3 years of age. For safety's sake, watch children closely during snack and meal times to prevent choking. How do you think? What do you think of them?
They're really good.
Are they? Mm-hmm. What do you think about compared to the ones you buy at the store? Just as good?
Yeah, maybe
Good.
a little salty.
Little salt. We got too much salt on them. Well, we could cut that back, couldn't we?
Okay, yeah.
That can always be adjusted. For more information about this recipe and helpful hints to make cooking easier, visit our website. And we'll see you next time on Kids A Cookin'.